So many of us, we overachieve from this place of self-doubt, and we say to ourselves, if I just take on one more internship, take on one more extracurricular activity, join one more club, then, fingers crossed, then maybe I'll be good enough to find a good job and be happy and successful in life. Here's the thing. A high achiever, what I've found is that a high achiever is driven by a love of learning and a sense of purpose. We're not talking about lowering standards, but a perfectionist, that is someone who is driven by fear-based ambition with a capital A. It's I have to be perfect or else someone is going to find out that I'm not as worthy or as good as everybody thinks I am. It's that imposter syndrome that so many young women, and women of all ages, that we get caught in this trap. 74% of young women feel the pressure to be perfect, says a 17 and Yahoo survey. And the survey respondents listed reasons why that could be contributing to this. And some listed pressure from parents, some listed pressure from teachers and schools. But you know what's really interesting? The largest #1 response on where this pressure was coming from, the girls said that it's largely coming from within. And it's no wonder that 64% of college women reported feeling overwhelming anxiety sometime in the past 12 months. When I speak at college women's leadership conferences across the United States, I share my story to connect with young women so they see that it is powerful to be vulnerable and authentic in leadership roles, and so they know that they are not alone. You see, I grew up in a blue-collar family in Buffalo, New York, where I was the first person in my immediate family to complete college and one of the only people in my entire extended family to graduate with a 4-year degree. And when I went to college, I wanted to show my little brothers and my little cousins that there was another way, what was possible. Because all of us, we grew up seeing all of the adults in our lives with so much talent and passion and creativity, just hating what they called their dead-end job. And if they wanted to do something that they loved, they expressed their creativity through hobbies, which was great. And I'm so grateful to them because we grew up with financial stability. And I wanted to inspire my family and lead by example to show them that there was a way to combine your talents and your passions with a career and be successful in doing so. So when I went to college, I somehow fell into this perfectionist trap where I felt like I had to get straight A's and, like, heaven forbid I got 1 B. Not only was I a failure, like, I was letting my entire extended family down. And here's the thing, like, nobody put that pressure on me. Like, I really put that pressure on myself. So after 4 years of just pushing myself to be perfect, I graduated from college summa cum laude at the top of my class with 2 majors, a minor, and 2 part-time jobs on the side. And I had a panic attack in the bathroom during a final exam. I graduated with stress and anxiety-induced health problems, and I survived. And on my professional journey, I learned that success is not about being perfect. I learned that success is about exercising the courage to share your unique gifts and talents and your unique self with the world. It is about stretching yourself outside of your comfort zone, growing comfortable and confident with failure, and leading with confidence, good health, and resilience. So here are a few tips that I shared with the female students of the University of North Georgia's Mike Cottrell College of Business. For you, if you want to try a new internship or join a professional organization and go to a networking event, you don't have to have all of your ducks in a row before you can start. Just take a step. There are only 24 hours in the day, and what you say no to on any given day, well, that's going to be totally up to you. So the next time that you're faced with a new opportunity, just consider asking yourself, how will this new opportunity help me to reach my goals? And what would a respectful, empowered no look like? What if it's just as simple as saying thanks, but no thanks, and not this long, drawn-out, detailed, apologetic explanation? Just no thanks. And what is the worst thing that happened if I say no? Like so many women, we struggle with this because we want to be liked and we want to help people. But what happens is we overextend ourselves and we spend so much time pleasing everybody else that we're stressed out and burned out and sleep deprived, and our own passions and priorities get ignored. You know, and what's the best thing that could happen if I say no? Besides the fact that I'm giving myself permission to invest in my own self-care, my own dreams, I'm giving another woman the opportunity to step up and say yes to that opportunity using her unique strengths and passions. Like, how many of you can relate to this? You're in class and you're just kind of like daring yourself to raise your hand, and you get up like a little bit and then you just kind of like tuck your hair behind your ear, and then you try it again, and right before you're about to just shoot it up, somebody else next to you like says exactly what you're going to say, and everybody's like, oh, what a fascinating point. And you're like, of course it was, I was thinking it. You know, and there's the missed opportunity gone. So what I would say to you is, I challenge you today, this week, next time you walk into a classroom, sit at the front of the class. Dare yourself to raise your hand. If you're at the front of the class and everybody's looking at you behind you and judging you, who cares? You're at the front of the class, you can't see them anyway. Try it. Just try it. You're about to stretch yourself outside of your comfort zone, and then your mind starts creating all these doomsday scenarios like, what if I run for student body president and I lose? What if I apply for this internship and I don't get it? What if I take this class that's completely outside of my comfort zone and I fail, right? What if, what if, what if? Well, I always say, what if there was another way? What if, instead of focusing on all of those doomsday scenarios that lead to anxiety and stress and shutdown, what if we start saying things like, what if I run for student body president and I win by a landslide? Or what if I apply for that internship and I get it? What if I take that new class that's completely outside of my comfort zone, and no matter what my grade is, my confidence in myself quadruples? What if I apply for that job that I'm not 100% qualified for, and what if I get it? And what if I negotiate my starting salary and I end up getting more money? And what if I start visualizing myself as good enough to lead, and then I start leading? Just let that sink in. You're perfect, you're good enough, and you're complete at your core. You have nothing to prove to anyone. And how does this relate to business and confidence? Every day, opportunities are going to come your way that stretch you outside of your comfort zone. And how you respond to those experiences and how you persevere through adversity, that will be determined by the relationship that you begin to nurture from within. I was on a business call a few weeks ago, and somebody asked a female women business owner what her skills were and what she brings to the table with her clients. And she started it off by saying, well, it might sound conceited, but... And it's interesting, like I asked her afterwards why she started off like that, and she said, you know, I didn't even realize that I did that. And she had been in the business world for over 20 years. So just for the next week, just think about, be aware, like how many times do you deposition yourself without even realizing that you're doing it, or apologize for your own skills or talents. All of you in this room, you are working so hard in college to lay the foundation for a happy and successful and purposeful life. And you're doing it. You're not lucky to be here. You've worked really, really hard to be here. And you've earned this right to sit here at this table and at this conference today. And I just want you, so you can hear it for yourselves and really take this time to acknowledge yourself, I want you to give yourself a big round of applause right now for yourself and for every other woman in this room.